Hi everyone, Jeremy here from the Studio. Today I'll share with you how to use our visual blend transition pack. It contains 20 very different transitions that are very stylized and that are perfect for any bold project. So if you're ready, let's check it out. Alright, so once you've downloaded the pack, you can just double click on the zip file to unzip it. It will give you a folder. In the folder, you have a couple of things. You get the license, the installation instruction, and the TRFX file. Please just double click on the TRFX file to start the installation and select install. Once in Davinci Resolve, you can go over to Effect, Video Transition, Video to Studio, and then here you will find Visual Blend Transition, and you'll see the 20 different transitions contained in the pack. Right now, I'm not going to go through all of them one by one. If to really see those 20 different unique style directly in one video, there is a preview video available on the product page. Right now, that's not going to be about that because they all share exactly the same functionality. They're going to have the same blending mode, the same way to be used. So I'm mostly going to focus on one and then show you how you can expand from that to really make that transition fit your project. So right now, we're going to use the first one, blue tape, and I'm going to take it and drag it here in between our clip. As you can see right now, it doesn't work because we needed to trim the edges of our clip to give enough space for the transition to be applied. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm just going to reduce that clip, reduce the other one, and then we're just going to stitch them back together. And now we can drag our transition in between our two clips. Now here, as you can see, as I'm playing it, I'm not dropping any frame. It seems to play pretty smoothly, but if that's not the case for you, you can always go over to playback, and then here, run the cache, select smart instead of none. That's just gonna bring that bar right here that's gonna switch from red to blue. And when it's blue, that means that the transition has been fully cached in and you should be able to get real-time playback without any issue. Now here with the transition, we can adjust the duration in a frame or in second. As you can see, we can extend it or reduce it, and those changes are going to be reflected here in the inspector, and you're going to be able to see exactly in the amount of frame or the amount of second. I would recommend for those kind of transitions that are a bit of a flash to keep them very short, because otherwise that's just not going to result in the best look. They will work, obviously. So right now, for example, if I make that transition almost 2 seconds, as you can see, it's working fine, but it's not ideal. That's too long for those kind of transition. They have been created to be ideally used between 6 to 12 frame. So here, for example, let's see with 6 frame. And as you can see now, we get like a quick flash, and that's what we want. It is the ideal use case scenario for those kind of transition. By default, when you're going to apply it, it should be maybe, a second or half a second. Make sure that you are in between 6 to 12 frame. That's going to bring you the best result. Now then, we can go further for the look modification. Here, as you can see, if I'm stopping on that frame, we can change a lot of things just by toggling between different blend style. Right now, by default, it's in pin light, but if I choose, for example, difference or exclusion, I'm going to get a very different look. And this can depend on the footage that you are using, the amount of colors, white or black, that is available in your two clip, and the specific transition that is used, the color and the shape, etc. So you can just play around. There is an infinite amount of combination really that you can do. So just try things out and see what works best with the footage that you are using. Personally, I tend to use very often difference or exclusion, or also pin light and color dodge seems to work very well in most cases. Now, if the effect is too strong, you can here reduce the gain, which is going to be the overall blending of the image that is displayed above your footage. So you can reduce that if you want to see more of your footage behind it, depending on the style that you've selected for the blending mode, for example. And now lastly, we get the shake displacement and the shake smoothness. It's basically self-explanatory. It's the amount of shake that's going to be applied to your footage. So here, if I move a few frames forward, as you can see, the footage is being displayed slightly. The more you increase this, the more the footage is going to be displayed on screen. Then the shake smoothness is going to be the amount of places that shake going to go to. If you reduce it to the minimum, basically, as you can see now, if I go frame by frame, the footage is just like jerking around, like from one place to the other. If I increase the shake smoothness, it's just going to be drifting from one place to another in a smoother fashion. So depending on your clip and what you try to achieve, this is going to really impact a lot the final result. Now, I've pretty much mentioned all those things already in the sample video. If you haven't checked that out, I would recommend to watch it. And if you haven't bought the pack yet and you want to experiment with it, we got a free sample that you can download so you can start to play around with it and see if that would be a good fit for you. Right now, I would like to go a step further and show you a few things that you could do in Fusion to make further modification. Some of those techniques are going to be only for people that are owning the studio version. That's why we haven't included that directly in the transition built in, because that would have meant that some people that are using the free version could not use it. So right now, all those transitions are working for both the studio and the free version, but I'm going to show you a few more advanced techniques that you could use directly in Fusion to enhance further your creation. So right here we are working with an image that is mostly blue. What if we wanted to match a bit more the red that is going to be in the next shot? Well, we can do that by changing the color of the image fairly easily. Let me show you how to do that. You can select here in the inspector that Fusion button. It's not going to work if you just click here in Fusion. You're not going to see anything. You need to go here to the inspector and select that icon right here. Then you will be able to see the group for the transition. You can then double click on it and now you'll see the image right here. What we're going to be doing is here between that image and that resize, we're going to bring a color corrector. So I'm going to select that image and then on my keyboard, I'm going to click on Shift Space to bring the select tool. And then we're going to search for color corrector. I'm going to hit enter and bring that in. And now we can basically modify any color we want for that image. So here, if I just modify the hue, as you can see, I can just shift the color of that image wherever I want. So here we're gonna go more towards some green and red. You can also play with the overall saturation, and you have access also to, the contrast, the gain, the lift, the gamma, etc. In this case, for example, I'm gonna bring the contrast down slightly. And as you can see, that's already giving us a very different result. So you can really play around and modify the color for it to fit your project as much as possible. Now, another thing that you can do is trying to affect the footage a bit more in the background. So you can do that in many different ways. So I'm going to do the same thing here by selecting my dissolve, but this time we're going to bring stuff between the dissolve and the merge. So I'm going to hit Shift Space on my keyboard and I'm going to search for style. And then here we're going to bring the Stylize node. The first thing we did with the color corrector is going to be working for the free version of Davinci Resolve, but this Stylize node and the next node that I'm going to show you after are only going to work for the studio version of Davinci Resolve. So basically, as you can see now, it's affecting all footage. That Stylize is affecting both pieces of footage, the first one and the second one. You can switch between so many different styles that can really go from very abstract to something a bit more realistic. And while that Stylize will not have been useful maybe in a lot of scenarios, here, because it's very confusing already with, the image coming in, etc., you can actually utilize that to just modify your clip and create some stylization to it. I honestly find it pretty useful, and I feel like you can do a lot already just with that node. Then a few other nodes that I would recommend using if you want to just, again, bring this a step further is going to be the film creator. So basically here, I'm going to select the dissolve once again, and I'm going to search for film. We're going to start with the film look creator, and I'm going to bring that in. Now, as you can see, you can make some modification to the footage behind. You can adjust, the colorimetry of it. You can add some more halation, for example, to really affect the footage a bit more. Can be very helpful to create a different look. And then the analog damage is going to be the last one that you can add, and that can really, as you can see here, affect the footage in different way. You can give it like a VHS look. You can, change the different border of the frame, like a TV construction. So here we can have edges. We can have a different skyline. We can mess up with the overall frequency and look of the image. And this is another thing that can affect your image greatly. And that's pretty much it. You can apply those techniques to the 20 transition inside the pack. So you really have a lot of possibility, and you can tailor them to really fit any project and get very interesting results. I hope you will really enjoy the pack. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Speed up your workflow and create better videos using the pack available on our website, including titles, transition, and templates built only for Davinci Resolve. Get started today by downloading our free starter pack that contains over 150 elements. Link in the description below or at videoeditorstudio.com.